that some people in my Discord had voted for TikTok trends as one of the first videos that I do. So the TikTok trend that I kind of got addicted to was mouth tape. So mouth tape, I'm not sure if anybody has heard of this besides me, but essentially it's this theory that if you tape your mouth shut while you're sleeping, that you'll end up having a better jawline, a more snatched jawline. And now I fell for the gimmick. I'm not gonna lie, I fell for the gimmick. I did. I fell for it, unfortunately. I fell for it. On the bright side, it was only like $8 on Amazon. And so I do have some couple funny stories about mouth tape and my experience with mouth tape. But let's just get into actually what mouth taping actually is. Okay, so I also have other notes, that's basically about mouth tape. Hold on, my dog is essentially just walking around. He wants to be in the video. Sit down. Go sit down. Go sit down. Go sit down. Lay down. I'm making an ASMR video. So I do have notes on mouth tape and kind of like the pros and cons of mouth tape. So I just want to show really quick my mouth tape. So this is what mine looks like. It's just black mouth tape. It's basically the size of your lips. You peel one off and you just tape it on your mouth. It's pretty sticky. I found that you have to pre-stretch the sheet to put on your mouth to have it stay, or else it will fall off essentially. But as another side note, so basically this has been a trend going on about mouth tape, basically saying that people nowadays in the 20th century have almost like a deformed mouth in a sense. I don't know if deformed is the right word, but basically like they have a different shaped mouth, and I didn't research exactly what that was called. Maybe I'll insert it here, what that's called, but essentially they're trying to say that it's because we mouth breathe when we sleep, and in turn you use this tape and it's supposed to give you a snatched jawline, and like who doesn't want a snatched jawline, right? But basically what I had found was it can improve sleep quality by reducing mouth breathing and snoring. However, medical experts do warn that this trend can be dangerous. So I got that exactly from an article that I read. It was from CNN. So basically I found that mouth tape is a TikTok trend, and basically what you do is before you go to sleep, you tape your lips shut. And you're sleeping, a spider just crawling into your mouth. I don't know. I heard that over a lifetime you eat like so many spiders while you're sleeping, and that just doesn't sit right with me. I'm like, okay, period. I am not about to eat any spider. Like, ew. Can you imagine waking up, you had a spider stuck in your tooth? Like, oh my gosh. So, what I also had found was, I'm gonna read my notes really quick so I can get the facts straight. Okay, I want to get my facts straight. But basically, you know how everyone was saying that when you sleep with your mouth open, one of the causes is your jaw to be this different shape than what it should be. And actually, what I had found was in childhood, not adulthood, in childhood, when you have a tendency to breathe via the mouth, this condition can lead the child to develop a quote unquote mouth breathing face. Essentially, a mouth breathing face is a narrowed face with receding chin and jaw. Chin and or jaw. Breathing out of your nose is really healthy because it filters out a lot of bad things like dust, allergens, germs, environmental debris, all these things that can be filtered through your nose hairs. Your little nose hairs, your little nose hairs, your little nose hairs. It also said that nose breathing moisturizes incoming air, while dry air breathed in through the mouth can irritate the lungs. I did not know that. It also said that nasal breathing may lower blood pressure by increasing nitric oxide, a compound in your body that can be helpful for keeping your blood pressure under control. Who would have known? Who would have known that mouth taping low-key has benefits? Essentially, in this TikTok trend, right? Basically, mouth tape claims, like I've said before, mouth tape claims to help you to sleep better. Mouth tape helps you to sleep better, and it can just prevent things like dry mouth, snoring, etc., which is obviously great if you have a partner, you know, you're sleeping next to them, you don't want to be snoring, keeping them awake. You would prefer not to have bad breath when you wake up, or minimize the bad breath, you know. There's a lot of good benefits to mouth taping that they claim. It's said that mouth breathing can be linked to allergies, colds, and chronic nasal congestion. And I almost wonder if that's because, as we stated earlier, breathing through your nose helps to basically protect against those and kind of filter through all the bad particles in the air. So I kind of feel like that's probably the reason behind that. But it really emphasized to make sure if you're having any of the pre, problems like snoring and just other issues where your mouth is open while you're sleeping, it really just emphasized that you probably should go to a doctor first before taking this option, because it could really genuinely be dangerous. I think that TikTok does a really bad job of expressing that these are really big problems that can happen, you know. It can worsen your already symptoms that you already have. So I just want to emphasize that in the video, that it really can be dangerous. Please don't do this unless you know that you do not have any of these underlying conditions. It's just super, super important, you know. It's super important. I just want to emphasize that once again, you know. So some risks around mouth tape include skin irritation. That's because on the mouth tape itself, it has a lot of sticky adhesive that goes around on your lips and were saying that their lips get really, really dry when they mouth tape. And what I found that helps that is I do a lip mask, or I always, before I go to bed, use Vaseline on my lips. So I kind of just do that, and that has helped. But the skin around where I mouth tape does get extremely dry. But if you're too moisturized, it will not stick. So that's kind of the con, right? Like, you need your skin in the beginning to be dry enough to where the tape can stick. But you will wake up with a little bit of dry skin. Just as a FYI, if you've never done mouth taping. Now, that's really all I found in terms of the risks and the benefits of mouth taping. Now I just want to share some of my stories around mouth taping. So I've been trying it for, I want to say it's been like a couple weeks. I don't do it every single night. I honestly sometimes forget, but the places I found my mouth tape in the morning is crazy. So the first night it slipped off. It didn't even stay on. I don't even know where it went. It just slipped off. That was the first night. The second night, I just remember like literally waking up in the middle of the night and feeling so claustrophobic. Like, it literally, you cannot move your mouth, you cannot move your lips. Like, it feels super, like, the best way I could describe it is like genuinely claustrophobic. Like, I felt so constricted, and so I ripped that bad boy off in the middle of the night, threw it on the ground. Like, I was like, absolutely not happening. Another night I woke up with it split in half. I don't know how. That thing is like literally impossible to split in half. I don't know. I did it. I must have became the Hulk in my sleep. I don't know what happened. It just depends. I think overall, I don't really love it. I will say every single morning, no fail, I rip it off. Because I'm not getting, like, it's so constricting. Like, it feels really uncomfortable. I haven't noticed any increase in like sleep, like feeling like I slept anymore. Now granted, I don't really mouth breathe in general. Obviously we have our moments where, you know, we sleep with our mouth open. Like, if you catch me sleeping on an airplane, my mouth is wide open. It's so embarrassing. It is so embarrassing. Like, I'll wake up, mouth wide open. Like, I'm not even kidding, guys. Like, my mouth will be so open. Like, literally, my mouth will be wide open on the plane. Like, open. Like, as if I'm, like, being, like, screaming. Like, so, on the plane, I feel like mouth tape would be great for me because I can keep it shut. But I will say, like, I'm not gonna lie, it does make you feel like a serial killer, you know, abducted you in your sleep, and now you know how you see in movies they like tape your mouth shut so you can't scream? That's literally what it's like, but you're doing it to yourself. It's honestly a weird phenomenon, really. I couldn't imagine mouth taping next to my partner. Like, we gotta wake up with mouth tape. You guys are gonna kiss each other with your mouth tape on. Like, I don't know, that doesn't sit right with me. I think that it's good to like train yourself to breathe with your mouth. To breathe with your nose. I feel like it's probably good to like train yourself. So over time, like maybe you do it for 3 months straight, and over time, I'm sure your body will just naturally breathe through your nose altogether. That would be my belief. Granted, like, I don't know for sure, right? I think that there's probably other things that could help, right? There's like nasal tape and all types of other stuff you could use besides mouth tape. I just think that it's so constricting. Like, it really, really, like, genuinely makes you feel like you are constricted. It's the weirdest thing to explain. If you've done it, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you have, I don't know though, actually, because some people like rave about it. Like I said on TikTok, like everyone is raving about mouth tape and they love it so much and it changed their life and blah 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 and all this stuff. I don't know, like I don't get that. I don't get that vibe. I just don't think it's like any different really. I think the overall thing that I just want to emphasize for the third time, guys, is please, if you have any sleep disorders or you could possibly have a sleep disorder, please do not do mouth tape. It really could worsen your conditions. And yeah, I know other people said like they get scared, like they won't be able to breathe. I don't feel that way at all. I mean, like, obviously don't do it if you have like a stuffy nose or like I said, you have problems where you really cannot breathe out of your nose. Like, don't tape your mouth shut. Like definitely don't do that. But